As the domestic auto industry suffers a sales slowdown, importers like Audi are on the rise. Sales and market share are up sharply. To quicken that pace over the next 3 years, Audi will redesign all of its trend-setting coupes and sedans. Indeed, the first rework is already here. It's the 2002 A4. All new from the ground up, the A4 promises a new level of sports sedan refinement from this already formidable German carmaker. Is this the beginning of a golden age for Audi? While it may be too early to make such a grand proclamation, the arrival of the all-new 2002 Audi A4 is certainly a shining moment in the company's somewhat uneven history. And from what we just saw at the 2001 Frankfurt International Motor Show, the A4 is just the beginning of a new wave of striking new Audis. When styling the new A4, Audi designers chose a sharpening of the existing skin rather than a radical exterior redesign. Indeed, the most obvious changes have been made to the A4's tail end, which is now a slightly more chiseled, less rounded, but more substantial look than its predecessor. The A4's exterior dimensions are also more substantial. The body is 1.3 inches wider and 2.3 inches longer, sitting on a wheelbase stretched 1.3 inches to 104.3. All contributing to a new A4 that now also drives more substantial, causing one of our staff to remark he felt as though we were driving the midsize A6 rather than a compact sports sedan. The feel of more substance is carried into the A4's interior as well, as nearly all interior dimensions have grown accordingly for a less pinched-in feel. The manually adjustable front buckets in our 1.8T tester were typically German firm, covered in perforated leatherette. Seatbacks house four-way power lumbar support and side impact airbags. There's also the side guard air curtain that gives head impact protection for front and outboard rear passengers. The driver faces a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel and a quickly read, easy on the eyes gauge cluster. The A4's center stack hosts the audio head, which now features a standard 6-disc in-dash CD changer with controls set high in the stack, right where our head rider likes them. They're also getting easier to use. Just below is the automatic dual-zone climate control system and switchgear for the optional heated front seats. Rear seats are also heated, and there's also a little more legroom than before. The folding rear seat backs are a 60-40 split, opening the way to the trunk, which swallows up a generous 13.4 cubic feet of luggage. At the other end of the car, under the hood, our tester came with one of our favorite engines, the 1.8-liter double overhead cam 20-valve turbocharged inline-4. This little all-alloy pocket rocket also utilizes variable valve timing on the intake valves to produce 170 horsepower and 166 pound-feet of torque, which is available from 1,950 to 5,000 RPMs. The A4 can also be had with Audi's new 3-liter double overhead cam 30-valve V6. Replacing the 2.8, this new V6 features variable valve timing for both intake and exhaust valves and spins out 220 horsepower and 221 pound-feet of torque. We drove the V6 extensively at the press introduction and were favorably impressed with its improved response and smoothness. Our tester, however, came with the fabulous four-banger and another new goodie from Audi, a Multitronic Continuously Variable Automatic Transmission, or CVT. Lighter and simpler than a conventional automatic, this front-wheel drive CVT uses a strong link plate chain rather than a more common metal belt stretched between two variators that operate like split pulleys whose sides can be moved together or farther apart. These variators move in opposite directions, giving the Multitronic an infinitely variable drive ratio. The CVT also uses an electronic multiplate wet clutch instead of a torque converter. And the CVT has been programmed with 6 different ranges or speeds, so you can use the Tiptronic mode to manually shift the tranny, either with the shifter or buttons on the steering wheel. It's great fun, and it's also available with the V6. But it's not yet available with Quattro all-wheel drive. For that, you have to stick with Audi's fine 5-speed manual or conventional 5-speed automatic. Although our 4 was a little sluggish offline, with the CVT we hit 60 in 8 seconds. The quarter mile in 16.3 seconds at 85 miles per hour. The 1.8T's flat torque curve feels perfect for the CVT tranny. Stops from 60 came in a rather longish 131 feet, but pedal feel and stability from the 4-wheel disc with ABS and brake assist is first rate. Also playing a big role in stability is the new all-independent alloy suspension, a 4-link configuration up front and a trapezoid link setup in the rear. That, plus a body structure that's now 45% stiffer, gives the new A4 more substantial, more confident handling as well, even before the standard ESP stability system kicks in. While some may miss the old car's tippy-toe, turn-on-a-whim agility, we found the new A4 more reassuring on tricky roads with no unpleasant surprises. And although prices on the 2002 A4 are not yet available, if it's anywhere near the $24,500 base price of the 2001 model, it's also one of the most tempting. The beginning of a new golden age for Audi? Well, it certainly looks that way. And if the substantially improved, more to our liking 2002 A4 and the hints we saw at Frankfurt are any indication of what the future holds, we say, baby, shine on. I hope you'll join us next week for more Motorweek, when we'll test Nissan's bigger, more powerful Altima sedan and a pair of potent pony cars from Ford. Jennifer Casnavas puts the pedal down on General Motors' newest concept cars, while Pat Goss helps your car keep its cool. Plus, we'll have another long-term road test update and all the latest motor news. I'm John Davis. We'll see you then.
To learn more about Motorweek, television's original automotive magazine, visit PBS online at pbs.org or America Online, keyword PBS. To order a video cassette of this program, call 1-800-422-0064. Motorweek has been brought to you by Pep Boys. No matter what you drive, Pep Boys has over 27,000 items in stock, virtually any part for any car, with all the name brands you know. Plus service bays staffed with ASE certified technicians. Pep Boys, parts, tires, accessories, service. And by
What are you looking for? eBay Motors.